Welcome back to Soap with Joe. In today's episode, we'll focus on risks Steffy probably has to face given the investigation is underway. We haven't collected enough clues to predict how she will be accused by the court. However, it's rumored that Steffy's alleged attack on Sheila can be considered more as self-defense than murder. I also share the same prediction but fear that the opposition might call in a favor with a judge to wrongly accuse Steffy of the crime she didn't commit. Meanwhile, Steffy supporters like Lee, Ridge, or even Liam now haven't held any decisive proofs to rescue the damsel in distress. I think the ultimate clue is still kept by an unexpected character that may drop a bombshell ahead. Anyway, I still believe that justice will prevail, not only in reality, but also in the soap world. Finally, Steffy will be cleared of all accusations, and she'll have a happy life, at least with her kids, and possibly with a man she deserves other than Finn. So, the looming question is there anyone who witnessed the altercation between Steffy and Sheila? If that happens, the storyline would be simpler than usual. But everything is possible, so time will tell. Now, let's discuss the new hints in more detail. I have to agree that Sheila has leverage since she has been proven to be mentally ill and unarmed, while Steffy, who is younger and stronger, was found with her hands covered in blood. In addition, many testimonies seem to be intentionally against her. The preliminary investigation showed that Sheila, uninvited, entered Steffy's sanctuary, prompting Steffy to defend herself in the pitch dark, believing her life was in jeopardy. Although it was later revealed that Sheila was unarmed, this detail has only complicated matters for Steffy, as Deputy Chief Bradley is now scrutinizing her actions with a critical eye. Next, Finn, deeply troubled by the night's events, accuses Steffy of having Sheila's blood on her hands, a statement that not only strains their relationship, but also adds to Steffy's possibility of staying behind bars. The turmoil doesn't end there. Deacon, ever the pot stirrer, has thrown in his own accusations, suggesting Steffy's actions were premeditated. His theory that Steffy wanted Sheila out of the picture for good, based on comments made hours before the incident, could very well place Steffy in the crosshairs of a police investigation should Deacon decide to share his suspicions with Deputy Chief Bradley. Well, now let's deeply think about this. There are different rumors circulating around whether Sheila's actions are considered self-defense or murder. Some argue this incident must adhere to actual legal standards, even within the soap opera world. As far as I'm concerned, for self-defense, the individual must reasonably believe their life is in danger. Sheila's past crimes against Steffy provide sufficient reason for Steffy to believe Sheila intended to harm her. Sheila, having previously attempted to kill Steffy, broke into her house and made a threatening gesture. At this point, the reason is not convincing enough, given that it is mostly based on the past event. In my opinion, the fact that Sheila was unarmed doesn't negate the possibility of her intending to harm Steffy in the dark. Though there is no one there to witness the case, please don't lead the story to the direction of Sheila being the victim here. Remember that Sheila was getting a mental anguish at the time she broke into Steffy's house. Why not consider that she irrationally thought she could kill Steffy with her bare hands? Even without a weapon, Sheila's homicidal tendencies could still pose a lethal threat to Steffy. Sheila was lunging toward Steffy, posing the attack first. Then, Steffy grabbed a knife for self-defense. She only seized the knife as the human reflex against the fatal threat, and unfortunately, Sheila fell onto the blade. No, if you agree with the aforementioned assumption, you might find the indecisive storyline thus far to be ridiculous. Audiences are tired of speculating about potential tragedies for weeks without any official updates. It's likely that RJ's concern for Steffy's predicament will add a familial layer to the drama, highlighting the Forrester family's tight-knit nature and their collective anxiety over one of their own facing potential legal battles. Meanwhile, the revelation from the actress playing Steffy is not clear either. She comments in a recent interview where she playfully mentioned not wanting Steffy to have to murder Finn too, sheds a lighter tone on the grave storyline. This quip, while humorous, also subtly reinforces Steffy's innocence and her dire situation's absurdity. Regarding the information revealed by the actress playing, she not only showcased her reaction to the storyline's twists, but also encapsulated Sheila's demise in the phrase, "Ding dong, the witch is dead." She also seemed amused by the prospect of Liam stepping in as a contender for Steffy's affections, indicating a readiness for some romantic rivalry. However, these are merely her expressions of feelings during an informal conversation, and such references should not be taken as spoilers for the soap. It would be unreasonable to predict the upcoming plots based solely on brief comments like these. Next, let's take a deeper dive into the bewildering shift in Finn's character, particularly his sudden sympathetic stance towards Sheila, despite her history of deceit and manipulation. This development struck a chord of confusion, even for Jacqueline, highlighting a narrative pivot that diverged sharply from Finn's previously stoic responses to Sheila's antics. A looming question is why Finn did an about-face regarding Sheila. Instead, he should stand up for Steffy and protect his kids. Has he forgotten all the stunts she pulled and how they affected his family? Do you think he's devising a scheme to secretly find out the clues to support Steffy? I hope it will happen, but up until now, there have been no hints to show that he is the sensitive guy who clearly identifies his priorities. Now, Thomas is a character who hasn't taken any action concerning Sheila's questionable death. How do you think he'll become involved in this storyline? It's expected that there will be a heated feud between Thomas and Finn in the interests of both Hope and Steffy. Thomas doesn't want to see Steffy with a husband whom he feels is unworthy of her. Well, I think Hope should realize how fortunate she is to have a loyal partner like Thomas. He will always trust Hope but never trust Finn, as I also do. I hope Thomas can throw enough hindrances in the way of this burgeoning relationship between Hope and Finn before it goes too far. I used to support Thomas and Hope's nuptials, but now it seems unlikely as Hope's attraction to Finn grows. To wrap up, I believe that Steffy will be cleared of all accusations provided that the direction of the investigations is improved. Rather than portraying Sheila solely as a victim, the writers should ensure Steffy receives justice. Do you think Steffy has to stand trial? Many fans suspect that Sheila is not dead and hiding somewhere in delight to watch puppets fighting. She would likely revel in seeing Steffy mentally tortured and alienated by her husband. She won't leave Steffy in peace even if it means causing turmoil from beyond the grave. Another looming question is there any mystery behind Finn's about turn regarding Sheila? Drop your comments below, and we'll explore the possibilities together in upcoming episodes. Until next time, bye-bye.